Hello, so today I'm making something different. I'm baking coriander bread. So the first step is activating the yeast, and I have activated the yeast in the vessel that I'm going to be kneading the dough. So I didn't want to dirty an additional vessel, so I put the yeast in this vessel itself, and then I'll be adding the flour to this. Again, I will be making organic whole wheat um, bread with coriander in it, because I bought a huge bunch of coriander from uh, Alandi. I'd gone there for a religious function. So and the price was the most amazing thing today, because it just cost 10 rupees a bundle. So I'm making coriander bread, and I will be adding flour and then washed and chopped coriander to this, and making a soft dough, very soft dough. So the yeast is activated. I shook it, so that's why it's gone off. The activation has got, mingled with the rest of the water and oil. And now I have flour, organic whole wheat flour, which I'll be adding to the yeast. And I have cut up a bunch of coriander leaves, and I will be adding this to the dough. So today, for the first time, I'm making coriander infused bread rolls. So let's see how this goes. So I've made the dough. It's very soft. It's not. Uh, it's it's 3 times softer than flatbread's dough. So if you're used to making chapati dough, then this should be 3 times more loose. You should add 3 times more water, and it should be a very soft dough. That's my trick for making soft bread with whole wheat, that the more water you add and the more you aerate the bread, the more you allow the bread to proof, the softer the bread roll. So this is a very soft dough. That's why you can see it has got no form. It's a bit of a mash kind of a thing, and I had to like take a spoon and scrape the dough off my right hand. So that sticky loose a dough this is. So this is my tip for y'all. If you're making bread rolls or bread, keep the dough soft, very soft. Add a lot of water. So hello, the dough has proofed very well. If you can see this lace kind of formation here, it shows, and it is like totally risen and coming out of the vessel. So now I'll be transferring it to this tray, and I decided against making individual bread rolls, because it will take too many batches, and I thought I'll make it into a bread. So change in plan. And that is what I usually do. I keep experimenting and I keep changing my plans midway between baking in cooking. So now I'll be putting this for baking. So I've put it into the baking dish tray, and now I'll be baking it for 40 minutes at 220 degrees. I let it rest for around 5-6 minutes before putting it into the oven, and I hope this turns out well. So the bread is ready, and it smells absolutely wonderful. The aroma is awesome, spot on, and the sound it makes is also very good. So I will be cutting it, and it's risen also quite well. So this is coriander infused bread, whole wheat bread for today. I hope you like it, and I hope you try it. I'll be writing the ingredients down in the description. So thank you for viewing. I hope you do subscribe, comment, and like the video. Thank you, and bye. Yeah, I didn't do the taste test, so I tasted a bit of, I ripped off a bit of the bread and tasted it. It was very good. And this is a piece I have cut out. It's nice and brown on the outside and soft and spongy on the inside. It has got those um, indentations of having really risen well. And this is the bottom of the bread. I put oil on the bottom, no oil on top. So this is the bread. Thanks for viewing. So this is round 2 of the cilantro bread that I'm making. I had actually stopped my video, but then I thought I'll make this also because this has risen really well and I'm going to be baking it. I put some oil on the bottom of the tray and so that the bread doesn't stick, and some oil on top of the bread, and I like proof it for some more time. It's very cold, so not much effect that proofing is going to have because it's risen as much as it had to. Now if you look at the bread I baked earlier, it's nearly over and everybody liked it very much, and it's really delicious even by its own with just a little bit of butter. So if you see, this is the top part and this is the bottom part. Both of it have browned really well. The aroma of this bread is extremely appetizing and good, and healthy too because cilantro is full of nutrients, good for your kidney and eyes and everything, skin, hair, everything. So this is round 2 and hope it turns out better than the first round. I think the quality of the bread is more visible when I take off the flash that I was using. You can see now, just trying a permutation and combination of how best I can show you the bread. So this is round 2 of the cilantro bread. It's turned out really very well. If you can see, the proofing, the proof of the proofing is visible in the kind of lace kind of structure that you see and the holes. It's really good. It's soft and chewy on the inside and the crust is nice and crispy. So if I knock on it, it really has that, and if I cut it, it has that absolute crunch. So and if you see, you can see how well it has turned out. So this time the bread has been really very good. I proofed it for a very long time, and it was not by design, it was by accident. I had a lot of college work to do, so admission procedures and stuff. So by the time I came back, and I put it in a very nicely closed container and I left it out. I didn't put it back in the fridge or anything. I let it rise. So it's extremely good, and this if you see, the leaf has added to the flavor and everything, and because of the salt and the yeast, etc., nothing went wrong. It didn't get spoiled, and the color is spot on. The crunchy sound it makes is spot on, and the taste is absolutely awesome. So I will be leaving the description down in the box, and mostly I make by what I think is the best amount to put. I don't measure out ingredients mostly, like they say in Hindi, अंदाज से बनाती हूँ. But yeah, and till date I have been very lucky. So I will write what I think should be the measurements according to what I used, but it's up to you. The main thing here is to keep the dough very soft. You don't need to knead it for a very long time. No, you need to knead it for around 5 to 10 minutes. That's more than enough. If you knead it for 10 minutes, it rises up even better, but 5 minutes of kneading is also enough. So you knead it and you leave it. In my case, the extra water that I use in kneading the dough is what makes it loose, and it proves much better than when I knead a tight dough. So that is my tip and it works for me. This is organic whole wheat flour, and it behaves differently than, the initially when I had made a bread, it was very very dense. This is the lightest bread I have made to date. So I have been waxing eloquent about it. Anyways, thank you for viewing, and I hope you do try making bread. It's one of the most rewarding things to bake. Thank you, and I hope you subscribe, comment, and like and share. And thank you so much for viewing. Bye.